Welcome to Go Fact Yourself, the Top 10 Lists podcast. Ever think about what happens after someone survives something? Well, basically impossible.
Yeah, they face down death, they pull through.
Exactly. And you figure, okay, that's the story.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
Right? But maybe not always.
Yeah, maybe sometimes it gets weird. Because today on our Top 10 journey, we are hitting that WTF, no way that's real, button hard.
That's right. We're pushing past the usual survival stuff. Our top research has led us to this top 10 journey. Top 10 people who survived the impossible and then made it worse. So it's not just about how they survived. It's about the, let's say, questionable choices afterward.
Totally questionable. It's like they stared death down and went, interesting. Now what else can I mess up?
It's a weird mix, isn't it? Dark humor, maybe,
Yeah.
and just baffling decisions.
Baffling is the word. We've got stories based on top research about surviving massive electrocutions, plane crashes.
Oh, yeah.
And the twists that follow are just, wow. Prepare for your jaw to hit the floor on this top 10 journey.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's kick off this top 10 journey. Number 10. Get this. A guy survives 22,000 volts
22,000 volts.
and then decides, you know what? I'm going to steal a plane.
Okay, hold on. This story, it's wild. It's from Canada, this guy Ken.
And for Toronto, yeah.
And it wasn't just the 22,000 volts. Apparently, according to the Toronto Star and Daily Mail around 99, he'd also been hit by lightning.
No.
Twice in the same year.
Twice? Seriously? You'd think he'd, I don't know, stay inside, maybe take up knitting?
You would absolutely think that. But Ken had other plans after his shocking experiences.
Clearly. Survives all that, and the next big idea is grand theft aircraft. And the kicker,
What?
he didn't know how to fly at all.
He didn't. Okay, so survive lightning twice, survive massive voltage, and then try to fly a plane with zero training. Like, where does that logic even come from?
I have no idea. Maybe he felt invincible. Like, electricity couldn't stop me, gravity's probably easy.
Maybe. Or maybe something just, short took it upstairs after all that. Whatever it was, his flight plan or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Didn't quite work out. Plane barely got off the ground. It ended fast.
And, wait for it, he survived that too.
Of course he did.
But then, obviously, the police got involved.
Naturally.
And boom, story goes from miracle survivor to international laughingstock.
It's just the audacity. It went from, wow, you lived, to, wait, why are you doing that?
Total hold my beer energy, but like on a completely different level. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? About chases.
It really does. Surviving trauma doesn't automatically grant wisdom, I guess.
Guess not. Okay, number 9 on the top 10 journey. This one involves bungee jumping. Or rather, bungee jumping gone wrong.
Oh, boy.
Guy survives a horrific bungee accident.
Yeah.
And then pivots to a life of crime.
Okay, this one. It's almost hard to believe. So imagine falling 200 feet.
200 feet.
Bungee cord fails. You survive. But we're talking broken bones everywhere. Like almost every bone, some reports said.
Yeah. That alone is insane survival. Just incredible.
Absolutely. You'd think that kind of brush with death would change you, right? Make you reassess everything. Maybe avoid, I don't know, risky situations.
You would hope so. But nope. His logic seems to have been survived a 200-foot plummet. Next step.
Let me guess.
Armed robbery.
Oh, come on.
Seriously. And the timing is what gets me.
How soon?
Just 2 weeks after the fall.
2 weeks. While still basically held together with tape and prayers.
Apparently. And get this detail.
Wow.
When he got arrested for the robbery,
Yeah.
he was reportedly using the same leg that got shattered in the fall.
Yeah.
Like hobbling his way through a heist.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's darkly comic almost. What was he thinking?
It's like he went straight from fight or flight survival mode into inept criminal mode. Did he miss the memo from the universe? Like, maybe take it easy now.
Maybe he thought his luck couldn't get any worse. Or like Ken felt invincible. I survived that. What's a little robbery?
It's just baffling. Surviving doesn't mean you suddenly make good choices, I suppose.
Clearly not. It's a wild example.
Okay, let's keep this top 10 journey moving. Number 8. This one involves sharks.
Sharks. Okay.
Guy survives a really nasty shark attack and then becomes a professional shark hunter.
Oh, okay. A bit of a revenge plot here.
Seems like it. So, back in 82, this diver gets mauled by a great white.
Great white. Nasty.
Yeah, really bad leg injury. They even found shark teeth still in the wound. Horrifying stuff.
God, yeah. Most people would probably develop a healthy fear of the ocean after that. Maybe stick to swimming pools.
Right. That's the logical reaction. But
Yeah.
this guy, total opposite. he didn't just get back in the water.
What'd he do?
He became a pro shark hunter. And apparently he specifically targeted the species that attacked him, great whites.
Wow. So it really was revenge, just pure focused vengeance hunting.
Exactly. And you can imagine that didn't exactly make him popular with environmental groups.
I bet. That's highly controversial, hunting great whites. Yikes.
It's just such an intense reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
From victim to hunter, you survive this terrifying encounter.
Yeah.
And your takeaway is, right, time to get a bigger boat and some harpoons. What the heck?
It makes you wonder about the psychology, doesn't it? That need to confront the source of the trauma, but in such an aggressive way, maybe regaining control.
Maybe. Or maybe just really, really angry at that specific shark and taking it out on the species. It's a lot.
It is. A very different kind of making it worse.
Okay, number 7 on our top 10 journey. This one.
Wow.
Remember the Andes plane crash survivors?
Of course. The Alive story. Incredible survival against all odds, freezing temperatures, days stranded.
Just unimaginable endurance. Well, one of the women who survived that,
Yeah.
she was rescued, this symbol of human spirit.
Yeah.
And then it turned out she was involved in drug smuggling.
Wait, what? After surviving that?
Not just after. It seems she was already involved before the crash. And apparently she didn't exactly quit the business afterwards.
No way. So she's surviving in the Andes, while potentially connected to international drug trafficking.
That's what the later story was. She was arrested, I think, in 1985 for drug smuggling.
Yeah.
The operation she was part of. It was ongoing.
And there were even rumors. Did she hide stuff in the wreckage? Is that true?
That's part of the story that emerged later, yeah. The sheer audacity is just mind-blowing.
It really is. You go from this epic survival story
Yeah.
straight into handcuffs for running drugs. What kind of life lesson do you even take from the crash at that point?
Apparently not. Maybe change careers. It's wild. It shows survival doesn't automatically lead to moral reform, I guess.
Not when there's a pre-existing criminal enterprise involved, it seems. Wow.
Okay, number 6 on the top 10 journey is, well, it's kind of a sad one, actually. A soldier survives a landmine.
Okay, that's horrific.
Huh.
Surviving a landmine often means devastating, life-altering injuries. These guys are often seen as heroes, symbols of resilience.
And he was, initially, seen as this symbol of hope, overcoming terrible physical trauma.
There's a made it worse coming, right?
Yeah. After the blast, his behavior apparently became erratic, unpredictable.
PTSD, maybe. Psychological impact.
Very possibly. It led to him going AWOL, absent without leave.
Oh, no.
And ultimately, he was kicked out of the army, dishonorably discharged for desertion. Then he just sort of disappeared from public view.
Wow. That's tough. So he survives the physical explosion,
Right.
but couldn't survive the aftermath in a way, the
Yeah.
invisible wounds.
Exactly. It's that contrast, isn't it? The potential hero's journey narrative versus the reality of struggling, making mistakes, and facing severe consequences like desertion.
It really highlights how complex trauma is. Physical survival is just one part. The mental and emotional battles afterwards can be overwhelming.
Yeah, a really stark reminder of that.
Definitely.
All right, let's hit number 5 on this top 10 journey. This one is just statistically improbable. Woman survives a massive avalanche.
Okay, terrifying. Being buried alive by snow, surviving that is incredible luck or skill or both.
You'd think that would be a once-in-a-lifetime, never going near a snowy mountain again kind of experience.
Absolutely, I'd be moving to the desert.
But this woman, apparently not. About a year later,
Don't say it.
she goes back to the same mountain range.
Oh, come on. Why?
I don't know. And guess what happens?
She gets caught in another avalanche.
Bingo. Another one.
You cannot be serious.
Dead serious. And this time, she ends up stranded on a ledge for days before being rescued. Again.
Okay, that's not just bad luck. That's something else. Did the rescuers have a name for her?
They did. Apparently, she became a bit of a local legend. They called her the Avalanche Magnet.
The avalanche magnet. I mean, yeah. What else do you call that?
It's just, wow. Is it bad luck? Is it tempting fate? Did she just really love that specific mountain range, despite its apparent attempts to kill her?
It really pushes the boundaries of coincidence, doesn't it? Surviving one is amazing. Two in the same place.
Makes you wonder if she went back for a third try. Hopefully not.
Let's hope not.
Okay, time for our Fact Blast Zone. Quick hits of more survival gone weird stories.
Let's go. First up. Guy gets hit by lightning. Not once, not twice.
Plenty.
7 times.
7.
And what does he do? Becomes a storm chaser.
Of course he does. It's
That's
like a
tough.
human, don't try this at home PSA.
Totally. Okay, next. Woman survives a venomous snake bite.
Okay.
Her reaction, she starts running a pet snake sanctuary.
Wait, pet snakes? Like
Yeah.
bringing more snakes into her life voluntarily?
Seems that way. Maybe she just loves the drama.
Or has a very unique coping mechanism? Okay, what else?
This man survives falling off a cliff while climbing.
Lucky guy.
Yeah, but then he gets banned from climbing.
Oh, man. So he survives but loses his passion. That's rough.
Right. Survived the fall, banned from the wall. Okay, next. Guy survives his car exploding.
Explosive escape. Sounds dramatic.
Very. His next move, stealing a different car.
Seriously. From car explosion survivor to car thief, the logic is just not there.
Consistently poor post-survival choices seem to be a theme.
Seems like it. One more.
Last one. Woman survives falling 20 feet.
Ouch. Okay.
Then she falls down the exact same stairs again later.
The same stairs.
Yeah.
Is that survival skill or just really bad luck with stairs?
Who knows? Maybe a bit of both.
Wow. Well, that wraps up our top 10 journey for today. What a ride through unbelievable survival and even more unbelievable decisions.
It really was something. People who beat incredible odds
Yeah.
and then seem to almost, I don't know, invite more chaos. It's fascinating.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Why does that happen? Is it psychology? A feeling of being untouchable? Just random chance?
They're probably a mix of things, complex stuff, no easy answers.
Definitely not. So here's our final thought for you listeners to chew on. Which story just blew your mind the most?
Yeah, which one made you go, no, absolutely not?
And maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
does it make you wonder, even hypothetically, what crazy thing you might do after surviving the impossible?
Let's hope it wouldn't involve stealing planes or hunting sharks.
Let's hope. Share your thoughts. Keep the weird truths coming. That's the Joe Fact Yourself way.